My name is Ivan Alcanzar. I go to CSU Chico. I am a second year. I'm a civil engineering major with a concentration in environmental engineering. I want to be able to, my ultimate goal is basically to be part of the movement that helps make salt water into pure, clean drinking water. When I was little, my parents they're immigrants. So when I went to their town back in Mexico, I saw that the water was really dirty and it was spread all over the town. And I feel like as an engineer, I want to be able to help people. And I feel like one of the ways I could help people is by helping them have clean water. And I feel like by doing that, you're not just helping your own community. You're not just helping for example, my parents' town, but you're also helping the entire world. I mean, I feel like pure drinking water is just the biggest thing. That's the source of life. And I feel like we should keep that important. That should always be the very first thing on everybody's list, keep our water. I'm actually the very first person from my dad's side to go to college, and from my mom's side also. And I feel like me going to college isn't just helping me, but it's also helping my younger cousins. It's helping them see me as a role model, and I enjoy that because I'm also helping my family. And I feel like that just kind of brings our name up. I feel like that'll help our parents, especially because they did so much for me. I've actually worked with my dad in the field, so I kind of experienced what he experienced, and I wouldn't want none of my cousins to go through that. So what ended up happening was we had a presenter. He was a civil engineer. He was telling us all about what civil engineers could do. And I was like, wow, that looks really cool. That kind of motivated me to be an engineer. I obviously didn't know exactly what kind of engineer at that time. But then once I got exposed to water treatment and found out that has to do with engineering, I was like, okay, I'm taking that route. And that's what motivated me to be a civil engineer, to concentrate on the environmental engineering side of it. Actually, I feel like it's a really great way to network with different people, especially from other schools. I feel like this conference really helped me out in the financial one, the one that has to do, I didn't know that you had to take into consideration the stocks. You had to take into consideration the benefits. And that kind of shifted my way. I was like, okay, if I'm going to get a job, that's the things I should be thinking about. So in my notes, I put in big words, remember stocks, remember the benefits, add up the total. And I feel like that's one of the biggest highlights. Another highlight was when we first got here, me and my group, we just kind of kept to ourselves for a bit. But then after this first day started, I started talking to other people, seeing what they felt, and it's a really good experience. I talk to my parents about it. I tell them about what I want to do, and they kind of see it and they break down because they've always wanted me to do something big. That was their biggest motivation for them to come here in the first place. They wanted their kids to not suffer what they suffered through. And I feel like that's motivating me. It's my parents did so much and they've gone through a lot to get here, that why would I want to be down when I could be doing the best I can? When I was at MESA in middle school, I was really timid. And the beginning of high school, I was still kind of timid. I wasn't really talking to people. But MESA kind of helped me be social. I feel like that's one of the things that I would want to do, collaborate with other MESA, trying to find people who I've met. For example, at this conference, later, maybe 4 years, 5 years later, be like, hey, how you been? How's everything going? Would you want to do something together so we could get back to the community, especially to the colleges that we both went to that really obviously helped us get our job, but also to middle school, which ignited that fire. The directors are basically my dads. They keep me on the line that I'm supposed to follow, and they help me with my classes. I feel like MESA is such a really big support system, and there's nothing like it.